Hello! In today's tutorial, we're going to transform the workbook I've created in Canva into an interactive editable PDF using Sejda. This is a fantastic way for you to make your workbooks more engaging and versatile, so let's get started. First things first, make sure your workbook in Canva is finalized. So this is my workbook here and it's ready to go. So once you're happy with it, go to the top right hand corner and click on the share button. Then you want to scroll down and select download. Then you want to just go where it says file type, just click to open it up, and you want to find either PDF standard or PDF print. So I'm just going to pick PDF standard. Then you want to download. So that's the first step. Your workbooks need to be in PDF form. The next thing you want to do is open up a web page, and then you want to go to Sejda's website. So it's www.sejda.com. So it's SEJDA. If you type that in, and it should be the first thing you see, click on that. So we'll be using Sejda's PDF editor. So hover over all tools and select editor, which you'll see here, which is in the popular section. In case you don't see it, you definitely want to make sure that it's PDF. So within this text, you can see it says PDF text, etc. So we're going to select that. Once the editor loads, click on upload PDF file and select the workbook PDF you just downloaded in Canva. So you're literally only waiting for a few moments for your file to upload. Now the fun part begins. To make your workbook editable, we'll add form fields where users can type in their answers. But as you can see above here, there's quite a few different things you can add to your workbook. So here we've got our text. You can change or delete text. We can put links in there. Forms, this is where we're going to click down and we can include and add form fields, images, signature, and so much more. So what we're going to focus on, because we want to make this workbook editable so they can type into it, we're going to go into forms. So with this, you can see you've got add text, symbols, and these are all the things that we can do. So if we want to be able to, maybe on one of the pages, you might have like a checklist. So as they go through each stage, you want them to be able to click on it and just check it off. So you can add those bits in, or maybe you want them to cross it out, or maybe you want to bullet point it. But what you also see here, you'll see options like text, checkbox, radio, and more. For text answers, you're going to click on the area in your workbook where you want to add any editable fields. And you can resize and adjust the field as needed. So let's do that. So first and foremost, as you can see, my workbook is an A4 and it's quite large on this screen. And I need to be able to see the pages where I want to add the editable areas. So in order to do that, you can see on the right hand side this box, you can navigate through the document by clicking here. And now I can see all 21 pages, and it just makes it easier for me to select the pages that I know that I want to be editable. So the first page is actually page 4, so I'm clicking on that one. Now that's opened it up, it's making it so much more easier for me to add the editable fields into the section. So I'm going to just scroll down to the sections that I want to work on. So these are the boxes where my students can enter information. So what I want to do is click on forms, and I want it to be text, but multi-line. Multi-line means that it will have several rows, whereas if you just do a text, it will be one row. So for example, if I click on here, so straight away, because I've clicked that, it's given me this box. And now what I'm going to do is just adjust it so it fits the box. And what you can already see with multi-line, already it's showing me that I can have about 3 rows in there, or my students can write about 3 rows in there. But what I want to do is also set this. So I need to set the font size. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on here. So you can see this box. We can have a border around the text box. We can align it. We can put font size in there. We can change the color. We can put other field properties. We can copy this so you can duplicate it, making it so much more easier for the rest of the workbook, and then we can delete. So first of all, my focus is going to be on the font size. So I want this workbook, especially this section, that I want them to be able to write about 3 lines or so. So this is something that you can just play with. And once you type in or select the font size, you can see it's showing you how many rows they're able to enter in. So I might just make it slightly smaller. And I'm thinking 11 is perfect, so they can write enough in there. So I'm really happy with that. Again, I can adjust the alignment. So if I want it all the way to the left, maybe I want it all the way to the right. Whatever your reasons are, you want to select it for your students in advance. And I'm really content with the way that looks. I want to make sure that the font is black. And I think by default it is, but I've just selected that just to make sure it's all okay. And then I'm happy with it the way it is, but if I wanted to adjust, all I'm going to do is literally lift it and adjust. So now what I want to do is duplicate this. So we're going to click on it. And I'm going to do the same for the rest of the workbook. So I've completed it for the center column. I'm now just going to do the same for the left and the right. So again, I'm going to go to Forms. I'm going to go to Multi-Text or Text Multi-Line. And I'm going to just click in this box and then I'll just adjust it. What I could do, let's delete this for a sec. If I wanted to use the same, because maybe I've set the font size a particular way, certain color, I could just literally duplicate this. And that way I don't have to kind of change all the previous settings. Click into the box and just adjust it. And then once again, all I'm going to do is duplicate it. So I've just completed all the fields for this particular page. The next page, as you can see, this is more just a simple box. So what I'm going to just do first and foremost is zoom out because these pages are quite large. So if you just go towards the top of the page, you can see on the left hand side, you've got the delete icon, you've got a zoom in, zoom out, and reset or rotate. So all I'm going to do is zoom out just so that I can see the full width of the page, which is great now, especially because I want to add the form fields for this entire box. So I need to see the full screen. So all I'm now going to do is go to Forms, again, multiple or multi-line, set it where I want it to start, adjust, so what I want to do is just make sure that I've set my alignment and the font size. So again, I already know that it's on left aligned, which is great. And I want to just make sure that the text is 11, like I said before, and make sure that the text when they type in will be black. So that's how you do that. So I'm going to work through the rest of the workbook. So I've now completed the full workbook. And what you'll notice as you go through the pages, you'll notice this kind of blue faint shade on the areas that you've inserted the field into. So what you just want to do is just do your final checks and make sure that you're happy before you apply the changes. And then click Apply Changes. Then it informs you your document is ready. So once again, you can quickly go through the workbook, and then you can notice in the areas that you inserted those form changes, it's that kind of outline within there. And so once you're ready, all you're going to do is just download it. So it opens up your document. So now I'm just going to do is just download it to my desktop and open it in my PDF software that I use. So here is my new PDF. So I'm just going to kind of zoom out so you can see. I'm going to go straight to the pages that I've added those form fields to. And you'll notice that it's blue. So all that's going to happen is that your students will just click into the box and they can type away. And that is how you make your PDF, workbook, whatever documents you're creating for your students editable. And if you found this particular tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe. And if there's any other tips or any advice that you would like, make sure you comment in the box and I can give you some feedback on other possible software materials that you can use to make your classroom sessions more engaging.